Hey, everybody. I'm hopping on really quick just to do a little announcement of our upcoming episodes for February, season 2 of The Creative Asylum. The first 4 episodes of the second season have been absolutely amazing, and I have you to thank for showing up and subscribing and watching these first 4 episodes. 3 of them are already on the top 4 most watched since this whole podcast started mere 4 months ago. The first one was Moon Zappa, the firstborn of Frank and Gail Zappa. The second one was with bassist Joe Lally. You probably know him from Fugazi and or maybe The Mesthetics, both amazing bands. The third one was with JD Pincus, who is best known as the bass player for the Butthole Surfers for a bunch of years. Pretty exciting. And then the fourth one, which just came out literally less than a week ago, was with Kira Rossler, who's the second and, in my mind, the final bass player of Black Flag in their initial iteration. And it's seems to be pretty gangbusters. But anyway, I want to announce the upcoming 4 episodes that we have coming up in February of 2026. The first one is our first cartoonist. It's with Pacific Northwest cartoonist Peter Bagge, best known for Hate, but before Hate had a comic called Neat Stuff, and he was a managing editor for Weirdo at one point. He's done work for DC, he's done work for Marvel, he's done work for Mad, and now he primarily works for Reason. After that, we have an episode with a dear old friend of mine, Victor Krummenacher, bass player and co-founder of the band camper band Beethoven, but is also in a band currently out of Portland called Eyelids. They're having a little hiatus right now. And then in the last couple of years, he's been doing this really exciting project called The Third Mind with David Alvin and Jesse Sykes, a couple of people who I both would love to have on this podcast at some point in time. After that, a very exciting one that I think is probably going to get a lot of attention from a lot of you all, with Hiro Yamamoto, recently inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a founding member and the original bass player for the band Soundgarden. He's also in a band called Truly, who at the time that this episode's going to come out will be right before they're hitting the road and going on tour for the first time in literally a decade, and they're actually working on new material, so that's pretty damn exciting. And we'll close out February with a conversation with Ken Stringfellow, who is, along with John Auer, one of the 2 co-founders of the band, the Posies. He and John also were 2 fill-in members for the renewed version of Big Star some years ago, and that in and of itself was amazing. I don't know if Big Star is going to be happening in any capacity again. I don't think the Posies are going to ever be a band again, but he's been doing a lot of solo work. We also talk a little bit about his recent cancer diagnosis. All 4 of them are phenomenal conversations, and I hope you're on board for all of them. Again, really appreciate you helping support us. We're literally at about 75% of our goal in terms of total subscriptions for monetization, and we're about 70% of the way for the goal in terms of total hours viewed. I have a feeling after the month of February is up, we will be fully met on those goals and probably will be a monetized channel, which is really exciting. So here comes February. Peter Bagge, Victor Krummenacher, Hiro Yamamoto, Ken Stringfellow. Hope to see you here.